Welcome back to What's Your Up? I'm Day.
And I'm Noyae.
And today we have a special guest, a special guest actually. I'm gonna let him introduce himself though. He goes by the name B.McFly.
Yeah, man, B.McFly, man, here. It's a pleasure being on this show, man. What's your op, man? I'm loving it, loving the ambiance of it.
Thank
Welcome.
you. We
Welcome.
trying. We new to this though.
Yeah,
Real
me
new to
too.
this. And the people who follow us know too, because it's
We starting from the beginning.
Absolutely.
yeah. We
Bottom.
constantly sending out text messages and asking people like, "What's your opinion about this last episode?" and so on and so forth, because we still building.
Right.
And we want to do what makes people happy.
Ain't no doubt.
And different.
And different.
That's
what helps.
Right.
Being different.
Right.
So how long you been doing what you do? Well, actually, we didn't.
Wait, we gotta introduce.
Yeah.
We gotta introduce.
And we didn't even go
Cameraman.
into what exactly it is that they do. But go ahead.
All right, my name is Ali Peaceway. I'm an artist. I sing and rap. I also do photography and videography.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with a new genre of our motivational techniques of getting, a nice 1 minute clip across, and it's called Flits. It's the mixture of film and a skit in one.
Okay.
So it's like a short movie, but at the end of the day, it has the beginning part, the climax,
So that's
the
your
plot.
partnership.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's
I'm
decent.
Have you move
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I got the vocals too. I sing.
Okay.
All right. So with
Yes.
those, go ahead.
So you just give a little bit of background about yourself and tell us, just about you.
All right. My name Brandon Chastain, from 60th and Master. I just love the fact that I'm able to do the flits, like my man said, short films and skits, and bringing awareness to the Instagram community, but the community within itself. And I've been sober for 8 months.
Hey.
And I want to bring that type of awareness to the community too, because that's what's hurting us.
I agree.
True.
It's a blessing to be a part of what's going on, meeting new friends, new faces, and helping one another. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving every bit of it.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, I know. I definitely appreciate what it is that you do for the
Yeah.
community, for sure. Both of y'all, because
Thank you.
me being an audio engineer, I know the people behind the camera is
Right.
just as important as the people in front of
Yeah,
it.
and catching every moment that's
Yeah.
special.
Absolutely.
Right,
Because you miss a
right.
moment, that can mess up the whole,
The whole
video.
thing.
Yeah.
Or make
know?
it dull.
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
like precious to people. Like
Yes.
memories. That's
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Yeah, I believe heavily in Gold Memories. That was my first company name, but I turned it to 77 Gold Eyes.
okay.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing photography?
Since I was 14, I'm 23 now.
Okay.
Self-taught everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's even better.
right.
Like when they're self-taught. That's
Yeah.
dope.
It could be
That's dope.
frustrating at times, but
Oh.
you always find like that creative spark
Yeah.
that keep you motivated. Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Street. Somebody loosen this up.
Oh, I could have did that myself. Thank you. Yes, tight. We good. Yeah.
Cool.
Back in action.
All right. So
Technical difficulties.
I just want to ask you what made you want to start being a leader to the youth. Like,
It's funny, man. I always had the leadership, right?
this is true.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
boring.
This is true.
Yeah, that's a boring trait.
I
Like,
always had the leadership. I just think, I would lead in the right direction sometimes, and then sometimes I would lead in the wrong direction.
right.
So I think, after 10 years of on and off Percocet use, I got shot in 2004. And from 2008 to 2018, I've been on and off Percocets. And I said, when I get out of rehab, I went to rehab January the 21st, 2018. And I said, when I get out of rehab, I'm going to humiliate myself first by letting everybody know what went on with me.
Right.
And then from there, I'm going to show them that you can change.
Right.
So that was the reason why I said,
Yeah.
let me do something different. Let me show the leadership in a different way.
That's decent, because a lot of them don't realize or understand what them Percocets and all that stuff is doing to them. And then once you stop and you see, and then you look like, I was looking like that, or like for real, you doing some dumb stuff, and you finally realize, like, dang, like, that's not cool, like, that's my man's, like, and half of your people around you do that. You're like, that's my family, like, I can't let you look like that, like, so it make an impact on you once you realize and once you know, especially if you've been there. Yeah. Like, so it makes it like your message is stronger because you state that you've been there.
I'm showing
like,
you.
Right.
Like, a lot of people can make it through the struggle, but they won't take that next step to actually show what the struggle is and come up with a solution to do it. And he hits it right on the head every time.
And not acting like they better than the next person because like you've been there too. Like.
Definitely, and it's all just selfishness and wanting to be that bull, never wanting to show people that you down.
Right. Because we don't want to see the weakness, right? But we see the person that shows a weakness is not to say that you're weak, but it's to say that I have been weak and now I'm back and I'm strong. It's like a broken bone. Right. When that bone heal again, it's stronger. Yeah. So that's what it's about.
Yep.
Absolutely, I agree. That was dope. I like that little,
that
little metaphor.
Yeah, that's metaphors and similes.
Right. So to date, what do you feel like, as far as you guys' videos, which one has been like your most, I guess, watched or most appreciated video?
Yeah, or the one that impacted the community the most.
Well, me and Ali just started. I just moved to the Southwest neighborhood, and go figure. He lived up the street from me.
Right, I just moved there too.
Yeah, he just moved
about like 5 months ago.
Right, so I've been doing these flits, as we call it, filming skits put together. I've been doing that since February, since I came out of rehab. And the one scene that I did was when I, breaking up the fights with the two girls. That got over 1 million views on YouTube. On Instagram. So I'm like, maybe that's the most watched. But
what do you like? Do you feel like that one is the most received, or like is that
like impact?
It really varies.
I feel like it varies because that one seemed probably a lot more real. But I have some that's like even more powerful. I just did one now, the video that he shot, Ali P. Sway shot, where a guy came out of the corner and he seen the person that his target, but he shot everybody but his target.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of innocent bystanders are being killed, and I felt like that was powerful too, man. Because a fight is a fight, but when you just coming out around the corner just shooting everybody, and you missed your whole target.
And that's the crazy thing. I feel like, even though obviously I'm not an advocate for violence or crime, but it seemed like back in the day they had rules to it.
Well,
and now it's just like it don't matter. If it could be a newborn in the person's hand and you gonna shoot at it.
No matter what. And it got a lot to do with these rap songs though.
Yeah.
Because they be like, I go in there and shoot your grandmama and all this. You be like, what? Like, for real?
And it does with the lack of guidance.
Drawing. Yeah.
Like you know how it's a neighborhood. Every neighborhood got an old head or that's an OG.
And that's something that we're missing in our generation.
Right. If you have a cowardly OG, then you're gonna have cowardly youth looking up to the cowardly OG. Now, if you have a guy like B.McFly that's genuine, he pushed the message across, and he showed you a visual of what it looked like instead of just saying it to you. Now you have a thorough OG. Not even an OG, because there's nothing original gangster about him. This is a figure of a real man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a mentor.
Exactly, a mentor.
But people are scared to say that. They'd rather say my OG than my mentor. Right. And it's just like, what's the difference? Like, in the way you look up to that person.
Right.
And it's a lot of people who want to be who's the most hooder. Like you hear people
or
arguing
respected
like,
in the
no,
hood.
you come to my neighborhood and da-da-da-da-da-da. No, but my neighborhood back in like when I was little, niggas used to be. And when did that become a thing to brag about? It's like who has the most? Oh, well in Philly, the homicide rate is 400 something.
Right.
I'm from Chicago to Chicago.
It's like 5, 9, right?
Everybody, it's not nothing to brag about.
Crazy.
Because these are your friends. The crime rate and stuff usually come from the urban communities, and that's usually the black community. So the people that's dying are people that you either know or somebody know. You know what I mean? Or you know somebody that know that person.
That's a
like,
fact, and it's like becoming numb to it.
Yeah, it's like a
because we
1
see it every
degree
day.
of separation between people in the hood.
It's just crazy because like when I go to work and certain things that they say to me, it's just like, dang, like you really think that about where I live at. Like like they be like this lady today, she was like, yeah, I'm going to the downtown for a show with her and her husband. And she was basically telling me how her husband is really scared to go into Philly, basically.
Well, people are.
Right. And she was like, well, I just told him we was going to be fine. Like, she actually drew out, like, a little map on her paper of, like, where to go when she got off the train to go to get something to eat and then go to the theater.
Oh, they were walking. They weren't driving.
So they got on the train. So I'm like, oh, like that's crazy. Like, but I just feel like when I don't think nothing of it. I'm like, I'm about to hop on the train and go downtown.
This is our culture.
Right. And then
you
like
know
me,
what to do and what not to do. Like if you looking for trouble, you gonna find it.
It just opened my eyes as to how like Philly is a stigma for that. And like now, I never really saw it.
All in the urban community.
I never really saw it, but I actually saw it in front of my face, and I'm like, dang, like. Philly, like you gotta do
like,
better.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, and I just was like, I was like, no, y'all gonna be okay. Like it's fine. I said, like where y'all going? Like it's
unless
like y'all
Like,
okay.
it. Like if you clenching your purse and walking across the street, they gonna be like, oh well,
I might as well.
That's like holding a pound of meat in front of a whole bunch of lions.
Yeah, it look like you clenching your purse. You like,
looking like
got something that I want.
Right, they gonna want to chase.
It's sad, but like it's
shout out to
it's just
What's
crazy.
up, Trey?
What it is that the media and the news, they portray the black community as the wild when it really could be like, a nice little 5-star hotel if you want it to be. It can be beautiful. Like
it is beautiful.
The struggle can be the beautiful.
It is
beautiful. There's a flower that blooms through the struggle.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
But the media, the news, they paint it as this picture of black and white with nothing but blood on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Really
and not only that, but people in those smaller towns, when they think of the crime rate being 4 something or 5 something, they think it's crazy. But their population is like little than this. It's almost that.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a city where there's millions of people, it's not. You know what I mean? Yes, there is more killing than should be because nobody should be out here getting murdered. But if you come from a town where your population is 10, 20,000, we come from a city where our population is millions.
Right. Yeah.
So
2.5 or something like that.
Are y'all familiar with Chester?
Yeah.
Chester.
Now Chester's a fucked up. That's a bad place.
Yeah.
That's a messed up place because the population isn't that much, and their crime rate, their homicide rate.
And everybody know everybody.
Yeah, it's
and
about
I
as
just
big as a
understand.
long Grace.
Yeah, you can walk from end to end.
It's about 5 miles wide and 5 miles long.
Yeah,
and you get
ridiculous.
more killings in
5
Chester
square
than
radius.
the whole
Shout out to
Philadelphia.
Baltimore, man.
crazy.
Shout out
now
to
there,
Baltimore.
I'd be a little nervous.
Oh yeah.
And it looks bad.
I wouldn't even want to
Even
walk
if you
around
think
that,
you're gonna be
to
comfortable,
Yeah.
it looks bad. You're not comfortable just looking at it.
Right.
You know, it's definitely a difference.
So you do make these videos
Yeah.
to, impact positivity and just to motivate people, like you said, in the community. But I know it's always negativity and everything, no matter what you try to do.
No matter what.
So do you get negativity, and
course.
how do you approach it, or how do you handle that?
Well, I did a skit, or a flick, and I was in jail. I was in a cell, and I was hearing voices. So a lot of people don't talk about jail and talk about, they talk about, well, I'm getting big, I'm eating healthy, I walk the yard with lifers, I rumbled, I had contraband come in, but they don't talk about the psychological part of jail. Late nights, hearing voices, going crazy. But that's the weakness, right? So I showed that, right? I one of those late nights, I'm in my cell and I'm going crazy, and then I had 2 young ladies, they come to the cell, and those are my daughters. They're not really there, but they said things like, well, Dad, who gonna teach us about boys? Who gonna raise us? And this, that, and the third. So that's when I really started going crazy. And I started really losing it.
Yeah, you had a skit.
And then somebody said, I posted it up, and then somebody said, yo, man, you need to keep it real, man. It don't go like that in jail. Bro.
He probably was in on here for 2 weeks.
Bro, it's not like, oh, I did time in jail and I've been up top and people don't be doing that. And I'm just like, yo, bro, They do go through that, man.
Yeah.
You've been through all the jails in the state of Pennsylvania.
And
or
not
any
only
state
that, but
you've
you
been in.
might not
It's
care about
always
your kids
mental.
like the other person.
Yes,
Right.
people.
It's
You
always
gotta,
mental.
life is life.
Or
And,
even be
and,
awoke.
and in that video, I had life.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But even if it's not everybody, majority of them do go through that.
yeah, but
Like,
of course they're not going to say nothing because it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, you're
Right.
in jail. You supposed you
Yeah.
gotta
You're supposed to
you
be
gotta-
hard. You're
Yes,
supposed to be
you're
tough.
supposed to be rough
right.
and tough.
Right.
So, and then I had another video where the guy was married. Shout out to my aunt Trina. She's one of my actors for my brand, and she's one of my female actresses. And the guy was married to my aunt, but he had a gay lover on the side. So, you know, they in the video they took a peck. They kissed it. They did a little peck or whatever, and they walked away. And that was just to draw the crowd in, right?
Right.
And everybody was like, "Oh, you had gay guys on here and this, that, and the third." But then my thing was this though. Forget people being gay. We talking about the down low
message,
and the
right.
message, the down low part. It's more than enough down low people out there that are married with children,
Right.
doing all types of normal. Well, I'm not going to disrespect it and call it. It's not normal, but it's not normal to
They're
be
living
down
two
low.
lives.
They're living
Right.
two lives.
Yeah,
It's
be
bad
you.
enough you
Right.
got to deal with, you know, people cheating on people with the opposite sex, but you're cheating on somebody with the same sex.
That
though.
makes it so
Right.
much more sick.
And
you
the
could just move
STD and HIV
And
rate go up
it-
even higher.
Even higher. So
Like-
now, nobody looked at the message.
Right.
A lot of people, especially people that were locked up in jail, but y'all the ones, sorry to say, y'all the ones that's
That
coming
come out
home
on the down low.
And on the down low.
Yeah.
And it's a proven fact. Not everybody that be locked up for years are doing that, but it's a proven fact. They got beards like me. They
Yeah.
got prostration marks like me. I mean, like, come on, man. So nobody
Yeah.
wanted to see the message, man. They just was talking about the gay people, and I heard that
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that you can't even like.
Open up their minds
Yeah,
to
and you
think
cut
Right.
about.
gay people in your video. You
That-
didn't had like girls fighting girls,
Right.
niggas shooting each other
Right.
in your video. You didn't have all of this horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But
that's the one.
gay
That's the one
guy,
that
They
touches
got the-
touches your fantasy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, my nigga, are you
bit.
telling me not to post this because you have weird thoughts?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hit a nerve.
It hit
Yeah,
a nerve.
it-
It hit
exactly.
a nerve, man.
Like-
But shout out to everybody that, you know, understood the message.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one. I ain't see
Yeah,
that
I
one.
ain't see that one either.
I gotta post it back up again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because people was too much arguing and stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's
I
not
didn't
what
want
we
that.
trying to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
trying
not
to
what you
promote
trying
that,
to
so
put
I took it down.
Yeah, understandable. I
Too much
definitely feel it.
controversy.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. Like that's
That's
crazy.
That is crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's messed up. That you trying to change people's mind about one thing, and then the focus is put on something completely different. And they need their mind changed about that topic.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like it's like, gosh,
They just
you
made
just all
something-
messed up.
They made something deep so shallow.
That's
Yeah,
the aim.
That's
Right.
very true.
That's the aim.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
very true.
That was deep a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to think about that one for a second.
Taking all the
I
water
like
out
that.
and just
Right.
laying a rock
I like
straight in the
that. I
bottom.
like that a
That was
lot.
dope right
Yeah,
there.
that was a good
And that's
one.
the aim.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Do you do any like mentoring and stuff like that outside of Instagram?
I try as much as possible.
He
He's
mentoring
mentoring
me.
you.
Yeah, well, of course, Ali P. Sway, man, that's all the time. But, you know, for people that's not around me, I used to be a long-term substitute teacher. I'm
was
still a
gonna say
long-term
that. I'm about to say,
substitute
didn't
teacher.
you used to be a teacher?
Yeah, I'm still a long-term substitute teacher, but, you know, I haven't been in that field in a while. But people that I used to teach, they call me. People that are fighting an addiction call me. Those who just want to change their lives around, they call me. And whether they don't necessarily call me on my personal phone, but they will hit me up on Instagram
Instagram,
or
the video
Facebook, and then
chats
I
and
give them
stuff.
and then I give them my number
Right.
because I let them know, man, I'm only one person, right? But if you're fighting an addiction, you're keeping me coming to me for help.
It's
It's
keeping
keeping
you
me
not-
sober
yeah.
for 24 hours. You know, if you have a behavior problem, you know, I don't feel like people respect titles. Man, listen, the best person that could teach you is the person that's been through the experience.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you've never been through nothing so you can't teach me. But I guess it's just a proven fact, man. It's a mental thing.
In your mind, you're like, this person really knows what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Right. They know how this feels.
Right.
Or even just a little bit.
Right.
Like, because we have minor and then we have major things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, even a little bit can help me if you've been through it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
No
yeah.
matter how it come out.
That.
Right.
Because, like, I feel like if I was a person who was, you know, being weaned off of drugs, it's like, somebody who's never done it could say like, yo, bro, you can do it.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like that. But it's like, you don't know how my body feels.
That's
everything
right.
Like, yo, everything is shaking. Like, I just want to clear up my vision, or I'm nauseous. I just want to
sweats.
I just want to feel normal.
Yeah, I just
like,
want
that's how they feel
nauseous, or
the headache.
Yeah, so I can a sober person can say like, yo, you got this. You gonna get through this, but. Now I feel like I'm about to pass out right now.
And they don't understand it.
Yeah, so somebody that's with you that's done it before.
It's funny that you said that because they don't understand the emotions after it.
Right.
I feel everything. I feel being sober from nothing. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. I feel everything that I haven't felt in years.
Yeah.
Like even before the Percocets, I was drinking. And I wasn't like saying that I was addicted to drinking, but I was drinking. And it was like, damn, you know, you can get a cold beer or yo, let's go party. But now I'm getting used to like doing everything without having something in me.
Right.
And that feeling is scary. I get the jitters. I talk to myself. I cry. I laugh. But I love it.
Right.
I effing love it, man, because I miss this shit. I haven't felt this way since I was 13. I feel like a kid again, man.
Wow.
Right.
For real,
and
man.
The dope part about it is that you actually see progress because look at where you're at. Like, I mean, you got millions of people who know you just to stare at you,
I ain't
look
scared,
at
man.
you on the phone.
I'm scared, but I ain't scared, though. You know what I mean? Like, bring it on.
Amazing.
Bring on the attention. I'll be nervous. I'm nervous now, but I want it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
It's like
that's
I don't know,
like
that
the
just-
motor. That just
and
that's how I feel about doing this and starting this platform. So I'm just like, I just gotta do it.
That's a
She was nervous I was nervous at first too, but I'm behind the scenes.
I was nervous.
She was nervous as I don't know what.
Because I told her, like, before I even hit you up, I said, I think I'm going to hit him up. And she was like, yeah, you might as well. Like, why not?
You
So I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. One day I was at work. I was like, I'm about to DM him right now.
That's a fact, man. Like, you should
Right, we don't know each other. I was gonna stop him on the street, like, hey, this is what I have going on. Would you like to be a part? I was just gonna present it, like,
definitely.
That leap of faith.
Y'all actually, like, you actually grew up in his presence and seen his change.
That's a fact.
No, yeah, I really did.
And he's seen you come into the
That's
person
why
that
I'm
you
just
are.
like, damn. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, like that's true. That's so true.
That's amazing.
I definitely grew up with them, like all y'all.
Yes,
like,
all
crazy.
of us.
Deja was just a baby everywhere. Like,
I
she's
was
just the
always
baby forever.
Yes,
like even
man.
still, like sometimes we be about to do stuff and everybody will stop and be like, "You coming too?"
Oh yeah, Deja.
Yeah, because she's old enough now, and it took a long time though. She used
That's
to want to
what's
come, couldn't go nowhere.
Shout out,
Yeah,
shout out.
but I definitely
used to be in that
appreciate that
Yeah.
and people like you, like just doing like stuff like that in my community because I feel like other people are aware, other people do see it. Because sometimes I feel like I be around so many people who think the same, and I just be like, yo, like, am I the only person who thinks like this is crazy?
Yeah.
Like, and then like to see other people like where I came from, and you watch me grow up, and I just like, yo, like he think the same like me too. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Like at least other people do see it. Like, and you never know until you put your voice out and get get your point across that people actually think like you. That was like the point of me doing this platform too, just to let people like, yo, like you never know who is on like who wants to do right. And I just met so many people doing this in the little time that have been doing it so far.
Yeah.
So like I just can't wait to grow and meet other people that connect and do other things like that.
Man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Cause I like I said, I watched you grow, like even on Instagram and all that stuff. Like I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's definitely inspirational.
Yeah.
It is.
See, a butterfly bloom is something totally different.
Absolutely.
It's
Especially
so
coming from the
crazy.
struggle, not hanging from a tree.
Right.
And
That
I show
rose
the
that grew
struggle.
from concrete.
I show
Yeah.
the struggle.
Right.
Like I don't just tell people I was addicted to Percocets. I show what I used to do. I show, like, even in the house, like, you know, me and my son, you know, I'm finally single now, and me and my son lives with me, and I just got an apartment. So it's like, damn, I may not have it to wash clothes.
Right.
Here go the life skills. Get in that sink, use soap, use dish detergent, get it done.
Right.
Because the bottom line is this though, everybody don't have it, man.
Right. No, this is
You don't
true.
gotta
always
walk
be
around,
worse.
and it could be worse.
You could be,
You
you
know
could
what I
not have
mean?
a sink to wash your clothes.
Right.
And like it's
Or
it's,
not have hands to wash them with.
right.
Yeah,
How about
yeah.
that, man?
Life
So
at
yeah.
all.
So I tell people, man, that like I'm living my best life, but I'm living my best life, and it's a progress.
Right.
You know, people get on Instagram, and I
You
get
still
it.
learning too.
Right, and I get it. People get on Instagram and be like, "Yo, I show you the best me." Filters, makeup, cologne, best clothes.
All the time.
No, I wear the same clothes because
Yeah.
I can't afford to buy clothes.
And I wash my clothes and I
wash
wear
my
them
clothes,
again.
And I wear them
Yes.
again because I can't afford it.
Yes.
Right.
But when I can afford it, you're gonna see.
Right.
You're gonna see, man.
You'll be able to look back at the come up. Like,
Right.
Ain't no the come up.
Right.
Factuals.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For real.
That's crazy. That's dope. I'm like having fun, like
Yeah.
having this conversation.
Yeah.
with you guys, like for
Yeah.
real.
Man.
Yeah.
What's your op?
For real.
Right. So
Out of all the videos that you've done and all that stuff, like, are these videos, do you get these from real life experiences that you went through, or stuff that you actually see or around you and stuff like
I'm
that?
happy. That is a dope question.
I just wanted to know where you get your inspiration from doing, each one.
That's a dope question because now that I'm like completely sober, I don't watch TV.
I don't either.
I don't watch
I
TV.
allow myself 2 shows a year though.
No, that's cool, but I probably watch some
And
sports,
Snowfall.
but I don't watch
That's a great
TV. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so funny about that is because when I used to, talk to people about my ideas, it was just too far-fetched.
And that's
You
and
know
that's
what I
that's what
mean?
we go through constantly.
What, just concepts or just
No,
brainstorming?
constantly talking about like which you're trying to build yourself into in the future, and people being like,
They be like, oh, you
Just
want
don't
to
"That
do
ain't gonna happen." You
Yeah,
tripping.
they be like, a
That don't even-
podcast, what?
Yeah,
like,
like,
and this be
who
like,
even does that?
I
And
just like,
stuff
all
like
right,
that.
like,
It's
whatever.
You
You
can't
gonna
put
see.
people fears on you.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
I don't let it bother me at
Yeah,
all.
me
And see that's probably one of the reasons why I'm where I'm at, because when I'm talking to my significant other, at the time it just don't seem right. And that right there, relationships and stuff like that, people will laugh at you, people will talk about you. It's like when Nas, y'all probably don't remember this, but when Nas was like, I'm trying to go back to Africa, his
Right.
shorty was laughing at him.
Right.
Okay, copy. Now somebody just bought something off of Nas for billions of dollars now. Remember that African story I was telling you about?
Right.
You laughed at it.
That was real.
So, right, so now with me, I'm more like, you know what? These are things that go on in the community. These are things that people don't want to talk about. These are things that I've been through. These are the things that I see. But nobody's bringing the awareness to it.
Right.
The awareness. I don't even see Spike Lee doing nothing like this. I don't see Tyler Perry doing stuff like this.
Right.
I don't see nobody taking it as deep and in depth as I am with 1 minute. So with that being said, I'm going to make sure everything that I'm doing, it don't got to be too, like, how can I say, like, dim. The eye can't see it, but they're going to watch it. I'm going to make sure that I hit it home to where as though when you watch it, you like, yo.
Right.
And that joint just be resting in your subconscious.
In your
absolutely.
soul, in your fingertips.
Yep.
I want you to
You
feel
like,
it in
whatever,
your
you gotta watch it
fingers.
again, like
Yeah.
3-4
Right.
more times.
You gotta fully register it so you can manifest it and
Yeah, and
put
that's
it into
and
a
that's
plan.
that's what people need when you're trying to break them out of something, because it's like when it's like we was talking about before, positivity. Like the world is supposed to be positive. So when you come up against something negative, it hurts you.
Right.
Because it's not, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that, or I can't believe they did that.
Yeah,
or,
like, why would they
I
think
can't
that
believe this
about
person
me?
is locked
Right.
up or whatever. So, and when you're doing something positive, you have to make it hit just as hard
Right.
as them being in a negative situation in order to remember it. That's why
That's a fact.
That's why you remember negative situations. Somebody I can picture the day he died. I can picture the day the first day my uncle touched me or whatever it is. It gets embedded from that emotion.
Absolutely.
So when you put out those videos, you have to drive it home with the same
impact,
level of emotion.
Like it borderline traumatic.
Said that was dope, man.
You do
said that.
because that's the only way to catch people. Either that or you just got to keep repeating yourself.
Going and going
but
and going.
It's better to just hit them one hard time to where you know they're gonna remember it.
It's funny
because you don't know when you're gonna see somebody.
It's funny that you said that because I did a flip when I was acting like I was using drugs and I was tying my arm up to get a vein.
And the babies
and the
was
baby
right there.
crying.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy about my
I saw the
flips?
negativity on that one.
Yes, because everybody be feeling like they're real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, am I that good?
Yeah.
Time to drop that movie.
Like, word, man. And I'm like, yo, they were like, well, you shouldn't do this to a child. And I'm like, well, what about
they was like,
if I was Denzel Washington and I did something like that in the movie? You know what? He should get an Oscar, right?
Right.
See, it's just different emotions, man.
Right. I definitely saw that. I was reading the comments on that one. I'm like, dang, like
that's
I
crazy,
didn't see that, but all right.
Okay.
That's funny.
One girl was like, yeah, you took it too far. It was a good message, but she took it too far with the kids.
like,
and it was like,
That's
but
fine.
it's real life.
But
like,
they
you
don't
never
go
know.
no further than Instagram.
Right.
True.
Right.
True.
But a good message, you gotta go the furthest.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true. You really gotta. She's gonna remember that, even if she don't remember none of the rest of the skits.
Yeah.
She's gonna remember that one.
And the kids loved it. I did one where the kid shot herself. You left your gun out there for the kids to see. The girl, it was my niece actually, had the toy right there, but she chose the gun. Played around with it, pointed it to her, and shot herself.
And that's how it usually happens.
You're right. I used
Lil
a
Wayne.
firecracker in it. Right. Exactly. I told everybody to tag Lil Wayne too.
Yeah.
I used a firecracker in the background. Bam. And the next thing you know, it was on from there, man, and I just dropped the message from there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So was that one your first one you ever did? What was the first one you did?
The first one I did was when I was in my son. Shout out to my son, man. You know, man, little Brandon. He laughed at me. Yo, man, it ain't gonna pop. What you think you gonna take off from there? Yeah.
He right at it.
That's funny.
I was in my bathroom and I put a sheet over the shower curtain. Now, a jail cell is almost around the same size as a bathroom. So I put the shower curtain to make it seem like it was bunk beds. I put a hanger, a rod up where you hang your clothes. So when you get locked up, sometimes you want to hang your clothes. You gotta pull the string out and hang your clothes up there. So I did that. I took a bar off my window at the time, and I told my son to hold it. And I just said, you want to be a gangster? This is where gangsters live at. I got my celly in here. Right, I got my celly in here, but I covered them up.
Oh yeah, you did only start in February. That's taking me out. Like,
so from there, everybody thought it was a real, I'm like in jail. I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
Shout out to Bugsy, man.
I don't think I ever would have thought that you was in a bathroom in that joint.
Shout out to Bugsy, man. Bugsy,
I didn't even see that
he reposted me and I took off.
Yeah. I feel like I catch, maybe because I'm in music or whatever, I'm like in an entertainment type field, that I catch stuff early like that. Yeah. And then be shocked when I realize, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
That's
I
crazy.
got thousands of them, man. I just can't wait, man. I'm so happy to be working with this gentleman, Ollie P.
We're going to have to link up with him, but we on some comedy type stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we can do something. I mean, I got the visuals y'all looking for. I also got a drone, so we got aerial visuals.
Oh, okay.
You do graphics?
As far as like how
like
in depth.
logos and stuff.
Yes, I do. I actually just got a job out in Willow Grove at iDesigns too. It's a graphic T-shirt shop.
Okay.
So
I was looking for somebody to do our logo.
Oh, you need a logo?
Yeah.
We can make something pop.
But we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, because I need.
Yeah, man. I'm real happy to know that I met a person that believe in my craft. And because I've been asking people, do they want to work with me, but don't really look for money too much.
Right.
And
that's the hardest part.
Well, right. I make sure that my man, I look out for him. You know what I'm saying, as much as possible. But he believes in the craft.
Right. So he don't mind.
And he's multi-talented. So besides his visuals where he taking pictures of me and shooting videos, you know, he sings and he raps, man. And I'm just like, wow, this is like the total package. No kids, young,
Right.
you know, like
Right.
he got it. He's it,
Right.
you know.
Man, that
So
mean a lot to me, man.
Right, with my drive and his drive, you know, and shout out to my brother Tracy too. Tracy Collier, man, we do a show called Brand New Trace.
Okay.
My name Brandon, his name Tracy. So, you know, shout out to him too. With this thing I got going on right now, it's to the top.
That's
Right.
fire. See, even that, you see how he just showed love to his people like that, like just not afraid to throw their names out there, like
Yeah.
people.
And it's
people,
every time,
and he's
too.
an Instagram personality, like he's a social
Right.
media personality, like,
Right.
and they charge you $200 just to tag you.
Exactly.
I mean,
You know what's so
stuff like
funny
that,
about
like,
that? And I hate to. I'm sorry for cutting y'all off.
No,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go
All right.
ahead. That's what this
You
is
know,
about.
I do this thing called Support 'em Saturdays for 24
Yo, I
hours.
said that. I was like, I love it. He
Yo,
do
it
that,
is
yo.
so crazy
I
because
love
that one. I
that
missed
he
that
do
one. What is it?
So-
every Saturday he
every
do
Saturday, and I try as much as possible. So you can support a person. This is how it works. It's people out there that's like, you know, that people don't know. I have like 37,000 followers. Shout out to them. Man, it's so much talent. It's so many people doing things, whether you tap dance, you sing,
Right.
you fold the bed up the best. I don't care what it is
Right.
that you
that's
do.
funny.
that. No, really.
My cousin told me you posted her singing too.
Right.
We just was talking about it last night.
Listen, and it's so funny because you can post them up for an hour, up to 24 hours. You letting them know that, you know what, I'm taking you down, but I'm going to let the world see who you are.
Right.
Because
24
I
hours.
remember back in the day in the 90s, man, you hear a person rap, you like, yo, they going to make it. But we didn't have social media.
Right.
Yo, this
so why
book-
not use it?
Why not use
Right.
it? And I feel like it's so many people. I know you got your Instagram set up and you got things going on and you don't want to just show people. Listen, take them back down.
Right.
But just show them for an hour. Up
Yeah,
to 24
'cause
hours.
somebody else, it could,
Because
people
somebody
can see that and go to
yes,
their
it's
page.
a domino
Yeah.
effect.
It can just be that entry for them, like, oh, I know the Instagram name now. You just
Right.
click on it, go in there.
And I had so many people connect with so many people, from tattoo
Yeah.
artists to workout people to like buying a home to just saying, wow, this is a handsome man or this is a gorgeous female.
Right.
Let me just follow them. Anything, man. Like, so yeah, that's what it's
Definitely,
about.
definitely. I just was telling my mom about you and stuff, and I was telling her like, we do this thing called Support 'em Saturdays.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
I'm like,
show
that's
love,
crazy.
man.
I'm like, I
And
like that
that's
he
dope.
do that.
And I'm mad that the people
And I think
that
that's
got
different.
Right, and it's different. The people with a bigger platform than me
Should be doing
should
stuff
just do
like
it
that.
too. And now you ain't gotta post everybody because you ain't gotta like everybody.
Right.
Right.
But you just get one person. two
Somebody.
Yeah. Even if it's a famous person,
That's
it
what-
Right.
doesn't matter. You show
But
love.
it's just
to put the
still-
feeling out there. Like,
I'm about
yo,
to
I
say, no matter if
appreciate you.
it's him or if it's Rihanna, like that same feeling is gonna be in effect. Like, dang,
Right.
somebody thought about me, somebody posted me in their page, somebody took the time to do that for me.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
and you never know, like you said, what connections to come off that. So
Right.
like that's
And that don't
it's
cost
just
nobody
off.
nothing.
Nothing.
Even
Right.
when you think about how so many people are committing suicide and stuff like that, just something as small as that might help them out that day. Like, they can be
Right.
like,
I did a
you know
skit
what,
on that
dang,
too.
like,
Yeah.
like I feel like they posted me. I didn't even think I was cute today. Don't nobody else like me. Like, you know what I mean, just make them feel good.
Right.
Like,
You know what's crazy about
No
that?
matter what
It's
it
like,
is.
because everybody, probably 9 times out of 10 people in the world, they wake up, as soon as they wake up, they turn into their Instagram. So there's
Like
a
me.
chemical,
This is true.
there's a
This is
chemical
true.
in your brain that releases when you feel some type of excitement. That excitement that can release in a suicidal patient or somebody that's on
It could
the
help.
verge, it can totally change their whole life.
you don't know
around.
how long that'll be in their system.
What?
It really
Man.
could. That's crazy.
It's called, I forget the name. I think it's called
the-
dopamine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was about to
dopamine,
say.
yeah.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
that
Dopamine.
people put in their system to make themselves feel better
That's
sometimes.
yeah. You right about that.
Yeah.
You,
So-
it's an addiction. It's the same thing that's released when you have sex. And then
Right.
you can look at it that way. Like, you give somebody that feeling. When you have sex, what does that last? It could last people days. It could last people, some people months. It could
Right.
last them, like, before they have to do it again.
Right.
That you release that emotion, that feeling in that person, that could give them 2-3 more weeks
That's
before
a
something
fact.
else good happens
That's
to
a
them.
fact.
This is true.
That's a
You know what
fact.
I mean? Like you don't know what you're doing just by showing a little bit of love.
You
The
never
whole
know.
little bit.
Yeah,
You've
you
been running
really
your
never
thumbs all
know.
week.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
it take
And
one
I always
little
try to
post.
do that to anybody. Like I be
Just
nice
a
to
little bit.
anybody. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are. Like
Yeah.
I'm being nice to you from the rip. Like
Right.
Right.
Off the
That's
rip.
not-
Right,
Right,
you innocent
like-
until proven guilty.
Right.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly.
Everybody should be born with the opportunity to be respected.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's up to you to mess that up. But ultimately, when I first meet you, unless I know that you a pedophile or a serial
Right.
killer
Right,
or something
right,
like
right,
that,
right.
at that point, I'm just gonna stay away from you.
Just
period.
stay away from me.
But we gonna go into this with
I appreciate
you
y'all
know,
too.
yeah, with respect.
Yeah.
Alaikum
Like,
salam. Shout out to everybody
Yeah.
that's tuning in.
Because even a smile, like a smile releases a little bit of that,
Right.
that chemical in your head.
Right.
You see so many people like you just see him like just walking and he's just angry looking. And you smile on him, hey, how you doing? And they brighten up like, hey,
like
how
just,
are you?
just that they
I'm
had a
good.
camera just to see their reaction when you
Yeah.
walk past them.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's just like, oh, somebody actually noticed me.
Right.
You don't know what people are thinking.
Right.
You really never know.
Yeah,
And
I mean, you really
that's
don't.
the impact that I feel like that what you do on Saturdays does. Like, because you never know. Because I clicked on a couple people that I thought was interesting. I'm like, oh, that's decent. Or
Right.
like, that's
I ain't gonna lie,
hot.
when
Right.
you first threw me up there, that gave me my first type of like, all right, I'm doing something. Like
Right.
somebody major actually showing,
Right.
paying
Right.
attention to my talents and whatnot. And
Right.
ever since we've been working, he just been in my corner 100%.
Right.
That's a
Like I
fact.
had so many people in my circle, growing up watching me do it, but they'll use me for the visuals. Instead of encourage me that I have the best visuals and not try to get discounts.
No, I
or
know.
et cetera,
See,
et
and that's
cetera.
the black. That's a part of the black tax. That whole
Right.
discount thing. It's
Finessing.
horrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
Always.
Finessing.
Like,
Always
Like, that's the
gotta
number
finessing.
one thing they think about. Like, yeah, I'm going to finesse him first.
I gotta
Yeah.
finesse him
Yeah.
first,
Like,
man.
damn, cousin, I can't get 50% off.
Right.
50% off? That's the
It's
whole
like,
thing.
and not only that, but you're my family. If you
Right.
don't support me, I can't expect
else?
nobody to.
Who else?
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? But you the first one to want a discount. Like,
And it
that's
should be
crazy.
logical that, all right, if your family puts into the pot, you're the black community pot. If your family puts into the pot, that pot is going to be accessible to the community, depending
Right,
on the withholder of
absolutely.
who's holding it.
Absolutely,
If
and
you
like I
was
said, it's like a known fact. It's like 1 to 2 degrees separation between black people in the United
Oh,
States.
man, we have the worst.
And that's not just Philly, that's the United States. That
Right.
means you know somebody that is in Chicago right now, or
Right.
if you don't know him, then he know that same person. It's like you, the circle is too small not to support each other.
Right, and it's
You know what I
bad that
And it's too small to hate each other.
right.
Like,
In the
True.
black community, we'll touch the dollar one time. In the Chinese community, they'll touch it at least 20 times
before it leaves
before it
their
leaves the
community.
community.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's dope,
We-
man.
we're
Damn.
supporting-
We're like
We're
the
supporting
time
Because
frame.
we giving it to them.
Right.
Like, that's what we
Okay,
doing.
they don't take credit anyway.
pay-
so
Yeah,
they
we
all
taking it.
cash.
We
It's
paying
all
All
them.
cash.
The crazy
All
thing
cash.
is,
All cash.
we we dislike. No, I'm not gonna say dislike ourselves, but we don't support ourselves so much that you could be. He could post you. Everybody could post you. You got all this whole marketing strategy, and nobody will ever buy your stuff, or they want a discount.
That's a fact.
Have you ever seen an advertisement for any of these Chinese stores?
Hell
any
no.
of these poppy stores?
Never.
But they get all the dough.
All
They've
of
been
it.
in here
They
for
stick together.
generations. You see, their kids go from being little to
Word,
being
yo, I kinda like
to
going with you.
You
Right.
go in the store, be like, yo, what happened to Poppy?
Yeah.
They be like, oh, he moved. Like, he
went
moved
back
back
to Puerto
to,
Rico.
yeah, he
All right,
went
he got his
back.
bread and he's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, I'm running the store now.
crazy.
Like, and it's like, dang, I watched you. I remember when you was a little kid.
Right.
Right.
But let a black person open up a store or something. You got 2-3 years before it's shot to shit.
That's because that's crazy. Because the
No
cultures-
generations,
it's always
no
the other
generations at all.
cultures that cement themselves into the black community. Like Chinese people,
Every
they
culture.
have cemented themselves into the black community.
Every
It's a part of
culture.
our culture now.
Yeah.
Every black family has at least ordered from a Chinese store 100 times before everybody in that joint turn 50.
Yeah.
So if you
Every
think
culture
about it,
cement themselves in our
Out of them
our-
50 times, 25 at a time.
It's the most easiest thing to get to.
Exactly.
Especially
Right
when you
at
don't
the
got no
corner.
money. You right there. You
Get
know
you
you
a
can get a
broccoli.
platter for
Absolutely, like-
$5.75.
Right, broccoli and chicken.
worst
that's
Some
your
change
spot,
in
man.
the
and
couch.
and
You
none
might
of
get
this
a
stuff is
soda.
healthy.
Definitely the couch. I found all my dollars in there.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
I ain't say that on radio.
But back to your brand. How did you come about with the brand? Because I know that was just your Instagram name, right?
Right.
And then I'm just like, that was so decent the way you put it together. Like, how did you come up with the concept?
You know, everybody would start calling me B.McFly, like, you know, BB on some fly, yo, man.
Yeah, like, that's just
right,
B.
Right, that's just B.McFly. But then I said, well, you know what, man, I'm gonna use the B the B is like a unisex symbol.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you can kind of like use that for a guy and a girl.
Right.
And I said, well, you know what? B.McFly, that's going to be the name of the brand. I mean, if Ralph Lauren can do it,
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, and I hear people say, you know, well, they may not wear B.McFly. Well, I'm not talking about the person that lived next door to me. I'm talking about the people that's in Idaho.
Right.
Or even out of the country.
Out of the country. Like, I don't, you know, even in my city or in my state, but like, I'm not talking about that person that lived next door to me that's probably going to have like some type of malice, something stain on their heart.
From something that happened in the past.
Right.
And just off the fact that they still sitting there and you done went off. We came to the same place.
And I saw you grow up
And I
with
saw
me,
you grow up,
and
right. And whoa, how did you just take off like that? I took off because.
And why you ain't take me with you?
Well, right. A lot of people can't go.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people
It's
can't.
your ride
A lot
to
of
take,
people
bro.
can't. A lot of people can't go because what's going to happen is you don't work just like I work.
Absolutely.
Right.
Listen, if you're
I've
not,
been through that
if
constantly.
you're not trying to get in that gym, see, I can watch you play basketball all day, but I'm not watching you working out. So that means I'm just like, okay, I'm just coming to entertain myself.
Right.
But if I'm watching you practice, it's like, oh shit, that's how you do it. That's how she do it. I see the hard work to learn. I see
Right.
Kobe Bryant make sure he shoot 100,000 jump shots in the off season. Damn, that's amazing to me. I gotta have that same mentality. I gotta attack.
And you gotta have that same motivation and that
And
drive
that
to
same
get
motivation and that same drive. So if I can score 1,000 points and he can score 1,000 points, we're coming to kill you.
Right.
We're coming to murder you
Right.
in a positive way, though.
there.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, that's the tip that I'm on.
Yeah.
I need somebody that's gonna work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and B.McFly, we've been working heavy since we, connected. And it's
Yeah,
the
that's-
first time I ever really been around. Well, first, I never had a father figure in my life. And
Shout out to
probably
my
the
best
closest person to a father figure in my life, just for the simple fact that he has a son, and he showed me how he interacts with his son. The countless messages on Instagram, just being with him and seeing people come up to him, how they admire the positivity, because in Philly, Chicago, probably Atlanta, and California, it's not too many people that's being positive and, controlling the masses to come to this one
Right.
positive entity.
And not scared to show that other side of being a man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
because a lot of them just look down like, oh, like, you a nut. Like, why you do that?
Why
Or
you
stuff
doing
like
the good
that.
stuff?
It's such a
You're
like,
supposed to be in jail.
Right.
You're supposed to be at least dead.
Right.
like, it's just like,
Or a couple bullet holes.
why can't,
Right.
Or
like,
just
this
be
is
a
reality. Like, you go through this too, you just share it to show yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
so that brand.
That's major. Like, for somebody to actually live it, bleed it, breathe it, and wake up to it every day, and actually stand behind it, and make sure even off of camera, he's the same person.
right.
He'll motivate at least like 10 people before the day's over, just up the 50-second block.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they all tight. Shout out to 50 Seconds.
You don't get no
even
views
off,
in real life.
off the fact that he's here. Like
Yeah.
we still we don't even have
And then,
close to 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
but
and
he
he's
didn't
here.
even recognize who I was at first.
Right.
So like the fact that he still came to it still came and still
Yeah, it just
attempted like
shows.
that
Right.
mean a lot to me. Like even when he was on the phone, when he called me, he was like, "We still on tonight," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What's up?" Like you don't sound confident. I was like, "No, like yeah, like I'm ready."
I'm like, hold up, whoa. You sound like you don't want to make this work.
Right.
Let's make this thing work. Let the universe connect,
Yeah.
man.
And I'm like, no, like I'm ready, like I'm prepared. I've been thinking about it all day.
That's
Like,
what's up, Deja. I
like,
appreciate
cool.
you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, but I really do appreciate you and I appreciate that. No, actually, I was gonna say I give him a little pep talk. But no, seriously, I really do appreciate it, and I really appreciate you giving me a chance and coming and trusting me anyway,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
to even
Yeah,
come
with
and
your
meet with
time.
me today. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So I did an interview before I seen y'all, before I came here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to Philly Fame TV.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So yeah.
That's decent. That's decent. Shout out to them too.
Yeah, ain't
right,
no question.
right.
But I know what station we on. No, at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, yo.
That day Noyae. Actually, it's about to be day and Noyae. I'm gonna change that tonight
Yeah.
because we agreed on day Noyae, but we're feeling like It sounds like one word. It sounds like a country somewhere you never heard of it before.
But that's hot though.
Yeah, they know it.
Yeah, I like that.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, you feel like we should leave it?
I don't know. Work it out. Work out the kinks. But I like that though.
Like, it's like,
if you was to ask me, I like it. Right.
So how'd y'all come up with it?
Well, her name is Deja and my name is Noyae.
So
They know
So it's like they know, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
They know, yeah. They know, right?
Right. They know, yeah.
That's dope, though.
That's decent. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
I don't think
Now
I'm catchy.
Somebody had to hold it. I had to try to spin it. Like,
Yeah, they know, yeah.
That's how y'all come in. They know, yeah.
They know, yeah. Oh, they know.
Okay, see, this is why I'm doing
building,
this.
right.
Right. Like I
Need to
said,
build
we
it.
send out
You
messages.
never see other people's minds, other people's point of view. That's why
Right.
Indeed.
it's the back down to the boiling of this show. Like,
Right, 'cause I think-
what's your op?
I
Like,
think
what's your opinion?
initially we planned on it being like a one unit type of situation, but now if we decide to do Day and Noyae, that separates it.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is
You know, it's over 10 billion people
like
in this
that.
world, man, and I feel like no idea is original, man, but it's like some people just afraid to not put the idea out, but just to share and talk, man, because we all kind of like think the same. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Yo, I can just imagine what's swimming in people's thoughts.
Yeah.
And it'd be the
God.
same
Yeah.
thoughts from personal secrets to,
Yep.
yo, I was thinking
It
of
was
the
like
same
I go
shit.
through the same stuff. Like even with
Right.
the memes that be on Instagram when you were younger and so like, yo, I did that too. I never
Right.
thought somebody else did that. Like, but now
Right.
like even just that, you know, on that small platform, you can see how many people connect.
Right.
So if you really like have these intellectual conversations, it can grow and it can be
Right.
something totally different.
Right, and I
Yeah,
love
definitely.
intellectual conversations.
love it, too.
I just don't
Yeah,
like
it's
to
nothing
speak
better.
intellectually to those who are like,
Faking the funk.
yeah, because it's like when you speak intellectually to people, sometimes you can lose people and they can just ride with you for no reason.
Yep, and you
it's-
can tell.
And you can tell, and then sometimes you got people that's like, yo, I don't trust them.
Or people that just agree with you. You
Right,
be
like, yo, speaking layman's terms, and that's what I bring to the table, layman's terms,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, just
You
keep
know,
it simple.
keep it simple, right.
That's
course.
true. That's true. I actually used to date a guy, and whenever we would argue, for some reason when I argue, my words get bigger.
Ain't no question.
And he used to be like, "Yo, there you go with that.
Yeah, ain't no
you trying to
question.
go over my head with no."
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
me.
yeah, that's the
And I just used to be
manipulation.
You
like,
gotta tell him.
I'm not
That's
trying
the
to manipulate. I'm
manipulation.
with a God. I wasn't
Like-
trying. It just happened
just
like
happened.
that.
You gotta
So
tell
I
him.
thought that the real me is a little bit smarter than you.
You are.
Right.
When you get
Yeah.
mad, you cursing up a storm. When
Ain't
I
no
get
question.
mad, I
Yeah, use
kind
a
of
bigger
become a little
word.
But
more
that's what
intelligent.
happened. But that's what happens,
Yeah.
though. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
and that was something that helped me to realize that he wasn't,
Y'all
you
two
know, where I was
different type of
supposed to be.
breeds.
Right. Honestly, yeah,
Right.
that definitely played a big part
Yeah,
in it.
I've been running across that. Like it's a whole emotional intelligence thing behind it. Because with some people, they don't necessarily have the drive to read. So a lot of people don't have the same grammar as you.
Yeah.
Right.
And being as though they might not have the same grammar, they might get caught up in a word like, what the hell does that mean? They're
Right.
probably
Right.
saying
Yo,
something
we
that's offensive
talk
to me.
about that often.
They might think it's
I got dictionary.com app on my phone ever
Me and you
since.
both.
Like every word I come across, I'm like, I'm looking that up.
Oh, yeah,
real
probably.
fast. What
Right.
does
Got
that,
to, 'cause you
what
gotta
does
be
that
prepared.
mean? Yeah, I
gotta
need to
be
know.
prepared.
I don't want to look dumb in no situation.
Right.
Absolutely.
I need to be knowing what I'm talking
Right,
about, and I need to have some
right.
facts, and I need to
Right,
read
right.
up. Like this is
Exactly.
how I am. Like
That's how I am.
I
man.
just like to come correct.
I'm more of
Like,
an intellectual type person as far as like just learning.
right.
You know what I mean? Like learning because I don't call myself smart. Like I think it's a difference. You have people, I know a lot of people that are way smarter than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I'm a person that's like I like to read up on stuff and be able to debate about it, talk about it,
Right.
understand it.
That's a
Right.
different level of
and
smart.
that's
Right.
different
And
level.
accept other things that I don't even agree with.
And accept
Right.
that. And that's
Like,
the most
yeah.
important
That's-
part.
right.
Learn how to active listen and like, damn,
But still respect them.
respect them. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Right.
maybe
You gotta
I
still
need
put
to,
yourself
right.
in those shoes.
Right. And
Right.
then just that practice and reading books, they say, or but people
Yeah.
say like that's the quickest way to get an experience that someone else had outside of talking to that person. So like all of these people who've been writing books, you got books from Gandhi. We wasn't around when he was around.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean, you got books from Mother Teresa. All
Right.
of these different people who was around at a completely different time, which they've learned stuff that you may not never know.
Right.
I mean, you may not ever
That,
learn.
that
So
you
the
can
only way
probably
to learn
adapt
it,
and bring to this culture or this time in life, right?
In 2018,
Right.
bringing it in with a 2018 mixture. So
Right.
and that's how-
And then that's how you could create other platforms or get
Right.
noticed for different things.
and it's also a
modern
defense
intelligence.
mechanism to not fall into the same patterns and fall in,
Absolutely.
like they say, stop doing all the slavery movies. Well, I know a lot of kids who haven't seen Roots. So if you stop the slavery movies
What?
now, how will they see what happened?
It's
Yeah.
crazy
Right.
you
And
said
who directed these? Go ahead.
No, it's crazy you said that because I asked my 7th grade class last year, yo, do y'all know about the Black Panthers? And they said, yeah, the people flying in the sky and this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm
thinking
like,
about
nah. I'm going to tell you about the other Black Panthers.
Well, that's how it started.
And that's what
how it
social,
started.
right? And that was in our social media curriculum. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, social studies curriculum. And I made sure they learned about.
We
that.
had
So, yeah.
history class from when we learned about from the beginning of the time, like,
Right.
And I feel like now they don't. I don't think they
Of course.
have. I
Of
don't
course
know.
not. Public schools,
Like-
I'm taught at public schools. Public school is designed for you to fail. And what I mean by that is they took away everything.
They did.
Right.
Everything. And now it's,
They don't even got sports.
they don't even,
activities.
it's a
They
lot
don't
of high
got
school.
recess, no gym.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Art, nothing, man. No hands-on. People are hands-on. They don't even have
To
that.
keep their mind off the technical part and let them have a little bit of that artsy side of the
Yes.
brain. Like you
Right.
got two sides of your brain that you work
Right.
with. Like they need both, and that's what school was for.
Let me ask you a question. If America and the president have businesses and they deal with Russia, why you don't teach kids in the public schools how to speak Russian? If you're dealing with people from Asia, why you don't teach kids how to speak Japanese, Chinese?
Right.
You want to know why? Because most
They don't want
public
you
schools
doing that
are
business.
black populated, and
Or
they don't
minority.
want you to, right, or minority. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to just be a worker. I don't
Yeah.
ever want you to be a
That's-
leader
it's set up- that's why it's
or
set
an
up like
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So yeah, you eat
You
30
ring
minutes,
the bell. Yep, the bell
ring the
rings.
bell, wear a
Eat.
uniform, and keep it pushing.
Right.
Yep. You're
Just
built.
like
You're
Jeff.
built to be an industrial worker, really.
You're
Yeah.
built to be an industrial worker,
Yeah.
correct?
Because they view our power. We have the ultimate power. We have the unlimited intelligence that comes with just us being, the children of the sun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So they scared of it. And to touch topic on like the subjects they don't have in school, art is a major aspect in school because there's so many kids and communities that we live in or that we're in right now that go through, maybe a female getting molested, a child being bullied, a boy being bullied, a young kid being sworn into a gang without
Yeah.
having a say-so whether he wanted to be in there. That art gives them the time to express that instead of letting all that bottle up, and now you're just bottling up to be a beast or what society is trying to paint the picture of you already before you even get the chance to open up your wings and fly a different
Right.
route. So I feel like if art was brought back into the Philadelphia school district, I feel like it would make a drastic change in our community.
And even
Yes,
outside
all
of
of
that,
them.
it's a known fact that black people tend to guide society and culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different things like that. If you take away their creativity, you take away that.
You take away our own
They
guidance.
go right
The way
to
we
the
dress
negative.
is the way their kids are dressing now.
Yeah.
I mean, the music we listen to, hip hop, they didn't think hip hop would be anything.
Right.
Rock and roll, they didn't think rock and roll would be anything.
Right.
All of that comes from not geometry class.
Right.
That comes from music and art.
That
Like,
creative side.
you know,
That
and when
creative
you
side.
take that away, you take away our biggest commodity.
Because
honestly.
they get them
Is our
teachers
influence.
Right.
that motivate them and that motivate them to go hard, and them teachers that got that mentor that might not have that mother or that father figure, like that could be that.
Right.
And you take all that away, it just all goes to negative, like y'all was saying. Like even with like basketball after school and football and teams and all that other stuff, like them boys don't go right in the street. Like what else are they gonna
Yeah,
do?
we didn't see that in
Or
movie
they
after
gonna
movie,
be
Hardball,
or they gonna be
Gridiron
playing the
Gang.
game all day
Right.
in the house playing the game.
stuck.
Like
And become antisocial.
Yeah.
and
But
can't
that's
talk
what they
to
want.
people.
That's what it's built for.
Oh yeah, it's all
You
built
mean?
to.
So you have to be a
suppress
strong
us.
individual.
yeah.
And you have to, if you're going to be a parent, you have to make sure that you combat these things that are put in
Yeah.
place to take this stuff away from your kids. But people,
Yes.
people nowadays, a
It's
lot
more
of people
friends.
don't take parenting serious
They
at
all
all.
friends. They
And
not
it-
parents.
and there's no manual on how to raise a child. So
Right.
it's like we based off traditions, we based
Yeah.
off of morals. things that we know, things that we don't
That
know.
we grew up
that
with.
we grew up with. So it's hard.
It's
man.
just the cycle.
Right.
It just keeps
Right.
repeating itself.
And they try to.
but-
I feel like society, when it comes to those types of, not to for us to change the subject completely, but I feel like when it comes to those types of things, being a parent, it's like society tells you like, oh, all of the kids are obese. Well, that's because of video game, or like that's because of the hormones in the milk and in the
Right.
food and stuff like that. No, if you look around, the one thing that you can change is your child
That's a fact.
athleticism
Yeah.
because
Or
now when
monitor
I was
how long they
when
was
you
on
were
the
a
game.
child, they had recess and gym.
Right.
Now
and,
they have neither.
right. There's no health class either.
Right.
And you can't
And they
help.
need sexual ed too. I had that in school. Now
Yeah.
you got that no
Right.
more.
Yeah.
And,
I'm like, oh,
and
man.
you can't help the fact that there are more hormones in the food than it was when you were younger.
Right.
But you can help the fact that your child doesn't have any sort of athletic ability. Like you can find something.
Or
It's
what
too
if
many
it's really
sports
the
out
same
there.
milk? We just in two
Right.
different times, like
Right,
you were saying.
right,
like and
right.
stuff was
Yeah.
taken away.
Yeah,
Right.
it might not be an extra hormone in
Yeah.
anything. It
Right.
could just be the fact
What-
that your kids ain't got gym.
Well,
or
the mind
yeah,
is,
it's
yo,
nothing
my
to
God,
do
if you
with
can manipulate the mind, man, you can manipulate anything.
Everything.
And your mind will start having you thinking like that's what it is.
Right.
This is true.
So, just try to
This is true.
That's almost
be
like
aware, be aware.
That's almost like drinking Hennessy, right? In a glass. You drink the whole bottle of Hennessy, but you put some apple juice in it that look just like Hennessy.
Oh, yeah.
And it still got the smell of the Hennessy. And you might taste it a little bit, and you give it to somebody, you say it's 100% Hennessy. The mind already taught you that you drinking 100% liquor.
That's drolling.
Nah, it's all good.
That
I
just
had to
takes
let-
shit out of
Yeah, I just had to let it just go ahead and fly through. No, we
So
good.
after you drink that whole
I didn't know where he was at.
what was Hennessy, but with the hint of Hennessy, it's still apple juice. The mind already taught you that as soon as you drink a whole thing of alcohol, you're gonna be drunk. But you're only going off what the mind is telling you.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a mental thing.
And it might not,
definitely.
you don't
It's a mental
not
thing.
even nowhere near
You might,
drunk.
you
Right.
might smell it. You might just taste a little hint of it.
Mm-hmm.
But since somebody said that's 100 proof Hennessy, now you are drunk on one.
And
Right.
that's very true. That's very
That's
true.
how the
Definitely
TV
I
heard
had a
works.
that
moment.
before.
That's
I
how
had
the
a
TV
mental moment like that. Sort of at the beginning of this year, I was dealing with that guy that I was saying, and when I was talking, when we would argue, it'd be issues. Well, I had one of them late, like one of them nights, and I had been through a situation with him before in pregnancy, and I just did not want to, make that mistake again. And it was one of them nights where we both weren't thinking, and shots went off or whatever. And then like for weeks after that, I really felt like I was pregnant. Like I had every symptom that I had
Yeah,
with the
but
last
your mind,
pregnancy.
right.
And I'm like, yo, it's no way in the world. And in my head, I'm like, I gotta be in my head because we just did it. Like
Right.
it just happened.
Right.
Like so, it wasn't until I took the test and I took like 3 of them joints just to make sure because I'm like, I'm really feeling these symptoms, and it was constantly negative.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I can't mess with this guy. 'Cause,
Right, it's over, huh?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I
'cause he
can't.
messing
It
with
was
your
like
brain.
God put that. It was
Messing
like, yo, I'm gonna make you go through this.
Gotta
I'm
trust the
scare
vibe.
the shit out you because
Yeah.
you know you ain't supposed to be with this
Cause
nigga.
that was
Gotta-
a smack
gotta
in the
trust
face.
the
It goes
vibe.
Yeah, but
right
I
up.
definitely had a mental, like I just tricked myself into thinking that the worst was gonna happen.
And that's
You know what I
that's
mean?
exactly how.
And
the
I
news
was not
works, too.
even close to pregnant. I wasn't pregnant.
At all.
Yeah.
Thank God. man.
Yes, because I didn't want to be with that
That's
person.
that's exactly how the news works. Like they'll give you this picture of what happened in in Chicago. A man was shot to death over such and such. They don't know the
Yeah.
whole background story.
Yeah.
And it's only in one part of Chicago where it's 100% poverty. Not
Right.
all of Chicago is, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
Glasses
Same
and
thing with
snakes
Philly. We
and
see
rats.
that here.
Yeah.
Like all of it is just
Because
not
we
bad.
know Steve Harvey and Oprah don't live in the
Oh,
impoverished
no.
part.
And
They
they're not
live
angels
there.
either.
Right.
Right. Right. That's
It's all
So-
about the behavior.
We talked about like from your beginning, your first video, like and like in the middle, like as you come up, and then like we talked about some recent videos. Where do you see you going in the future?
Well, just to sum it up, I want to do sober commercials.
Okay.
I feel like they need a face, not just the Caucasian.
the lady with the hole in that throat.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we need to see somebody that's like a living proof. That's like comfortable. Like we need commercials.
Or like that guy. I'm sorry to cut you off. That guy that just come off the commercial and he be like, "I was addicted to crack cocaine,"
Right.
and I just be like, "What?"
Right, like come on,
And
man.
not only that, but why we gotta see people at the end? Why
No,
we
I said-
in the
Why-
worst
And
position?
the
Why
wonder
can't we
pride.
I'm saying, like with like a person.
I need like Prince Akeem to come on the screen, like, hey, I
Right,
used to be a crackhead.
right.
Look at me now.
Right,
Like, all
I
this
used to
gold.
take pills,
Right.
but look at me now. And
Like, I stopped, and I'm looking great.
I want to do commercials. I came up with a show, you know, that I want to do. If that doesn't work, you know, selling shirts, writing books, doing movies, bringing awareness in these movies.
Right.
Because, you know, even if they're not big Showtime Hollywood movies,
Right.
they can still, we can still see them.
And make an impact.
And make
in
make
some way,
an
even if
impact.
it's on a smaller scale.
Even if it's on a smaller scale, it's not about Hollywood. It's about the awareness.
Right.
So if that take me there, then it takes me there. But as long as the awareness is being shown, I'm good with that.
Okay, that's dope. That's super dope. That's super dope.
It's still going? It's still on? All right, cool.
And I,
Yeah, and just, you know, speaking with the youth, public speaking, definitely.
that is so decent. I'm really glad that I witnessed you, you know, prosper in life. And I'm glad that I know you on a personal level.
Definitely,
because it make
man.
an impact for me. Like, dang, like somebody in my community really doing something.
Right,
Deja,
and it's
man,
funny
shout
because
out
we
to you.
literally, he didn't
Right.
start too long ago. And
Right.
And
we
we
didn't
just
start too
starting.
long
Right,
ago.
Right.
so that's a beautiful thing for all of us. And I guarantee you, like, I'm going to make sure that I get you guys out there because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And just keep
Yeah,
working.
we definitely appreciate it.
Definitely.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, we've been working.
Yeah.
Keep
we
working.
trying. We trying to get our
I'm trying
editing
to treat
skills
this
up.
like my baby, so it
That's what you
can
gotta
grow
do.
I might
up.
That's what
have
you
to
gotta
link
do.
up with him, take some editing classes
Yeah.
and stuff, so we can, because we about to
Yeah.
start, you know, throwing in extra stuff like the daily vlogs and stuff
That's
like
what you
that,
gotta
and
do,
how this is
man.
going.
Yeah.
When we've been trying to figure out how to transition from, because right now our YouTube page is just this. We've been trying to figure out how to transition from that to incorporating our, you know, everyday lives.
Yeah.
You know,
and living in Philly, and because we want to the why we started the channel, not just the podcast. This is what we started the podcast for, is these conversations. But the channel was to kind of shed light on the fact that Philly is not just streets like we were talking
Right.
about.
Right.
There are so many great restaurants and good clubs that have never been shot up. You know, high-end restaurants, high-end clubs.
The
schools
beauty of
and-
it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
programs. So many programs. It's so many nonprofits that people don't know about or don't see. I know so many people who, because I've always kept myself in an art sort of community, so to speak. And I know so many people with nonprofits and things, and they'll do book bag drives, and it's just be like, they'll have 100 book bags and like 30 kids show up. They're
Right.
like, yo, we
Yeah.
got all of this extra stuff. And it's like, the city is people out here trying.
right.
You know what I mean? And that was part of the
And
reason why
they-
I started the YouTube page,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, with her, because it was like, I really just wanted to show like that it's more going on than what you're being shown on TV or what Fox News is telling you.
And that's why I say to y'all, man, y'all keep working, man. If y'all got to talk it out, argue it out, y'all know at the end of the day,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's two of y'all, man. And sometimes we don't always have to agree. But, you know, the power of it is getting it out there and going back and forth with each other. You know, I
Right.
tell my man, we talk to each other every day.
Right.
We build every single day. If y'all can't build every day, then I don't care, man.
Yeah.
It's like practicing, man.
Yeah.
You gotta practice, man.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm loving it, man. How long we was here for?
It's been an
been
hour.
an hour and 7 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Wow,
So,
man.
this is a good combo. This is a
man.
good combo.
I love it. I can do this all day.
This is what I'm saying. I'm
I
trying
can
to make
do
this
this
my
all
thing.
day. I'm
Me
talking
too.
about I don't get restless. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like where's it going? I just feel like building makes things better.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if I wasn't, I swear, if I wasn't doing this, man, 8 months ago, I'd probably be, that's crazy, man.
It's
I tell people.
make you appreciate life more, and it make you see
Yeah.
the positive in life when you change your mind around. I tell people that all the time. Like,
Yo,
you
I-
gotta make change to create change. Like,
Yo, listen.
it's just,
I wanna
it
do-
works. Like, once you change your mind around and renew your mind, it's just like, it takes you start getting all the good stuff happening to you in your life.
You know, it's so
Like,
funny, Deja, because it's like we seen each other
right.
grow. You know what I mean? And you know, just knowing y'all too now, I know you now. It's like, yo, we all come from the same struggle at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And now the action news, they don't talk about this type of stuff.
Right.
And you know, whether it's bad or good, either way, we're bringing it out to the community. And this is what the Black Panthers did.
Right.
You know, we have our
Before
own
they
doctors.
turned it negative.
Right. We have our own doctors. We have our own lawyers. We have intelligent people who read, dance, you know, protect yourself, raise the children. They put stop signs out there. They put free food out there, the lunches in the summertime.
Right.
These are the things that they brought to our community. And it's sad, but somebody inside our community helped infiltrate the Black Panthers. And this is the
All
thing.
the time.
All the time, because it's always one Chicken George out of the group.
Right.
You know, oh man, I get him, master. You want me to chase after him?
Right.
I chase after him. You want me to just believe in you and not them? I believe in you. No. And this is not a racist card, or we don't like Caucasian people or white people. We love everybody. But at the end of the day, man, who gonna love us though?
Absolutely.
Right.
Us.
Never been
because
loved.
the only black man that have somebody rocking out with him is the black woman.
This is true.
Other than that, we ain't got nobody else, man.
Yeah.
This
So
is
stop
true.
pointing fingers in the relationships and stop doing this and that and take your time and find somebody, because that's what successful people do. They get into a relationship, they get married, and they make it work.
Right. And
You know
they
what I'm
build
saying?
off each
and
other.
they build off of each other.
They bring their talents together.
Right, man. I want open air. I'm an open air for you. You're open air for me. I'm your biggest cheerleader. You my biggest cheerleader.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna sit back. I don't care if you're trying to build a rocket shit outside.
I'm right there.
I'm right there. Like, yo, is the bills paid?
Yep.
Did you play with the kids? Did you get me out the
Yep.
clear personally and sexy? Okay, then let you go build the rocket ship, and I'm right there with my coffee,
Yep.
tea, soda, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's how it's gotta be, man. And we have to show our community that we can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that was
This
deep.
is
That was
true.
deep.
Yeah.
The crazy,
Yeah.
the sad part is that none of this is going to happen until we start to hold each other up. I feel like
That's a
'Cause
fact, man.
It's a
Of course.
whole lot of men out here that I know a couple of them personally that don't hold black women up to any sort of
Oh,
esteem, and
yeah.
not let alone let it be a
What?
high one. And I know a whole lot of women that's constantly yelling niggas ain't shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
man. Yo.
And it's a shame because it's all we, like you said, we are all we got.
Yeah.
Most of these young black men that you yelling ain't shit was raised by a black woman, and they don't understand. They don't see that, and you don't see that either.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And until people start realizing that we are all we got. Whether you think these bitches is hoes or whatever, maybe you just
Right.
hanging around the wrong chick.
Right,
or maybe
right,
you
right,
hanging
right,
around.
right.
It might not even be the wrong chick because she
Right.
right for somebody.
Right, she right
but
for
she's
somebody,
not the
right,
one that
right.
you're
For
supposed
you,
to
right,
be.
right. I like that.
Exactly. Like,
Yo,
that's-
man.
that's like-
we be looking. Yo,
Yeah.
listen, we be looking. We're looking. I'm looking for the. I'm looking for the father. I mean, I'm looking for the mother in you, and you looking for the father in me.
Right.
For most of us, you know, thank God you're a blessing because you're able to have your mother and your father.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that things were all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For most of us, we never had neither one of them. I was raised by my grandmother. But sometimes in our community, I'm looking for the mother in you.
Right.
Like, I want you to hold me. I
Right.
want you to say it's going to be
Right.
all right. But then I'm a big-ass man.
I was about to say that.
Now it's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, you're 6'2", 250 pounds, muscle.
Right.
No, you're not a boy.
Right.
But
And it's
sometimes-
like, and she's looking for a
And
man.
it's like, oh, no, get out there and you do everything.
Yes.
No, damn, why you got your
Right.
wife out there doing everything? Damn, it's to the point where black women, not only are they raising the children, but they hammering shit up on the walls.
Yeah.
Me and Jessica was just
and
talking about that.
They shoveling snow and
Yeah.
shoveling themselves out. Yo,
They doing construction.
that might be the next flip. We got to show.
Oh,
we got
shucks,
we got to show.
an exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might got to show the woman. This is what happens when the men is not around. She's shoveling.
Because you
the
gotta
snow.
do it herself.
She's shoveling the snow. She banging the nail on the wall.
Yeah.
And once I show like different manly jobs that a female is doing, then I come in and drop my message.
And you can, but
Yeah.
you can, and then that you can. It go two ways because you have that woman, and then you see she could be seeing the person across the street whose husband is doing something. She
Right.
like, I want that nigga, or
Right.
or
Right.
whatever the case.
Right.
No, you be looking out the window like, look at him shoveling
Like,
her
look
car
at-
out. And I got to go
Look
ahead and do
at
it
her.
myself.
And I got-
you know, it's always a
It's
domino.
always a
Yeah.
domino.
It's like,
effect.
and her dude could be sitting on the couch,
Yeah, playing the game. Like, all you do is play.
Been out of work forever.
Yeah.
And you can't shovel the snow, my nigga. You just look at you, and then you wonder why girls cheat and why this happened and why
Well,
that happened.
I have
Or
an
people, not just girls, but people.
Yeah.
I have an exclusive video that's coming up. The Flit, meaning film and skit film and skit, and it's about, and it should be here next week. We're gonna do it next week. It's about a heavyset lady, and you know she's about to cook for her man. And she sings very well. She's gonna be singing in the kitchen, and her man is gonna come in and say, "This is why I hate you. This is why I don't love you. You're fat, you're ugly, you're all of the above, right? But the thing is this, though. Why you can't find a woman that you want, though?
Right.
It's
Because
something
they're not
about
going
you.
to treat him like she is.
Right, and
And
it's
he
something
know
about
that.
you. So the whole concept is to build self-esteem within her, to let him know you played yourself,
Right.
Because
it
you're
ain't
not
nothing
all of
wrong
that.
with you, baby.
Right.
Like,
You're not all that, because if you were all that, you will find the girl that you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's nothing wrong with you. You're a queen regardless. And encourage her there's a lot of pretty females out there that's heavy set. Encourage her to lose weight. Run with her.
right.
Right.
You know, talk with her. Build her confidence.
But that's how you know you with the right person.
And
When
that's
they
and
wanna
that's
invest-
that time
and
that
right,
they
and that's
wanna
for
do that.
anything. I'm just
Yeah.
using them as an example, but that's for anything though.
Right.
Like so, yeah, that's what we on, man. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
fire.
That's
That's
Definitely
sound
be
hot.
major. 'Cause
That sound dope.
That's what we
Especially-
need, especially in black relationships. Like
Yes,
we
that's
have
support.
the opportunity of being the strongest connection.
Right.
And when it's two entities that have the same components, like melanin, dark matter, you know, we the children.
It's true.
But it's-
And we us as a
communication
black
is key,
community
too.
got that cycle. They just keep trickling down,
Yeah.
whether it's a good cycle or a bad cycle. And most of them are bad for the most part. Like
At this
and
point,
you,
yeah.
like and you just be seeing like how them parents be smoking weed in front of their kids and all
Right.
that type of stuff. Like
Right.
and that trickle down because they gonna grow up and think that's cool.
Do it the same
Like,
And the
way.
crazy
do it
thing
again.
is all of that.
It becomes part of tradition.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is
Oh,
that a lot of that come from the generation of the drug generation, the crack generation.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, the people. These are the people who were 30 and 40 and 50 in the 80s and 90s. These are the people who are raising these kids and that's doing this. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then it was all because they were impaired at the time.
Yeah.
So that's and that's why you have a whole generation of no leaders. They go from Martin Luther King to now Dr. Umar. Like
Well,
you-
Dr.
what
Umar, and
happened?
people don't like
what
him.
happened to the
Yeah.
spine? Yeah, but he's a lot of people didn't. Martin, you know how many mugshots Martin Luther King got?
Right, but
people
I'm
didn't like
talking
him
about, I'm
either.
talking about our own community.
Right, because
Yeah.
because
don't
of that
like
disconnect.
Dr. Umar though.
Yeah.
Because of
I
that
don't know
disconnect.
why,
Because
though.
it's because there's only one. You need to see. It's like female rap. So many people didn't like Nicki Minaj. So many people did. Now you
Right.
got N.O.R.E. People
Yeah,
do. People
yeah,
don't. You
yeah,
need
yeah,
more
yeah.
than one. We only have one because there was such a gap in
In
the
between.
the concept of
And there
having
was
a
that
leader.
time period where these crack
Yeah.
babies is being
Right,
born,
right,
not to like
You got
you
all
know,
these crack babies,
and
you got the
that
people
that
who
was
are
the
on
gap.
crack.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
so now that it's
And
back
it's
in
like-
a positive light.
And you see the generational changes in like if you pay attention to our parents generation, like or no, not our parents, our grandparents, their parents, all of them usually even though they in the hood, they own their houses, things like
They
that.
good
bills
with
are
their
paid.
money, got
Your
financial.
grandpa might not be here, but you know that he was married to your grandma.
Right.
He lived in the house at
Right.
some point.
Right.
Then you
Right.
have the people that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s
Right.
now,
Right.
who are the children of those people. Nobody's married.
How about that?
They're just getting married.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't own their house.
Yeah,
Right.
or they
I mean,
just
they're
settling
just
down,
now
or they
getting
still
married.
hopping from house to house.
You have a
Right.
whole, you have a whole generation
And you-
of y'all wasn't doing the right thing when y'all was supposed to be. Y'all was on drugs.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
now
agree,
here
yo,
y'all are in y'all
that's
40s
so
and
true.
50s.
That is true.
And now then you
That's
get
so
us
true.
who are the grandkids of the people who did have good relationship or seemingly good relationships. They
Uh-huh.
own their home. They was building. They've been on their job for 50, 60, whatever years. You got crack. Then you got us, and we trying to fix it all. We trying to figure it all out. We still ain't got no real leaders because they're trying to figure it out because they were on drugs when they were our age.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got just that crack
Yeah.
generation.
You broke
it just
it down.
it just
That's what it is.
it's like it wiped out a whole generation of progress. and now we have to come back and try to figure it out. So you see so much black power this, black power that. Like,
because my mom used to say that all the time. She was like, we didn't think about going to college. Like,
Right.
it wasn't that. It was either you get a boyfriend, have your family, go to work, and that was it. Like, as
Right.
long as you graduated high school, that was it.
That
That
was
was your
it.
expectations from your mom. Like,
and
that
then you
was
hear them
it.
talk about, oh, we was at Trendsetters every weekend.
Yeah.
We was this way
Yeah.
every weekend.
Partying every weekend, doing
Constantly.
this, doing that.
Constantly. But
And
you
it's
talk to
just-
your grandparents, they be like, yeah, we used to party in the basement. We was
Yeah.
at home. I mean, they were still raising their kids, but they was
It's
at home.
amazing because the more technology, the more we get smarter in technology, the more we start to see things, and the more awareness, whether it's bad awareness or good awareness, it keeps us stagnated or it keeps us going.
Yeah.
I know if I would have been doing this at 22 years old, I'd probably be, I don't know where I would be at right now. You know, but I mean, things all happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
So man, through the powers of whatever I went through, man, I'm here to speak on it,
Yeah.
and I'm here to help those who need help, man.
And I'm like, even though you do already, do this in your skits and stuff, I just wanted. I'm glad that you wanted to sit down and actually be serious and be you and talk about what you is, and not people
Yeah.
seeing you as that Instagram
Right.
guy or
Right,
that
right,
actor
right,
or
right.
Because they
whatever
go
stuff
past
like that.
now. You're eliminating the he just do that for Instagram. He fake.
A lot of people say,
You
a lot of
eliminate
people,
all of
a
that.
lot of people may felt like
Right.
that in the beginning because it's like, yo, man.
He went viral from the jump. Of course
Right,
he gonna do that.
Right, of course he's gonna do that, but nah, man, this always been in me. I'm now that I'm sober, I finally feel free,
And you
Yeah,
actually
you
can
ain't
focus
afraid.
on it, and you
right?
can do it without that
I'm not, and
distraction
I'm not
there with you.
afraid. I am not afraid
Right.
of nothing.
Right,
As far as like, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna go after it.
right,
Like,
right.
yeah.
That's
That
fire.
so dope.
Yeah, this was a great
This is
interview.
a real,
Yeah,
real good
thank
one.
you,
It's
thank
real,
you.
It
real
really
Yes,
was.
it was.
We
I loved
we done
it.
talked about generational.
Yeah, but
growth.
they all kind
We
of
talked
stayed
about
on
everything.
topic.
It
and
stayed on
that's
topic,
dope.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was all that I imagined in my head.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good. That's
I'm
good.
glad that it came out and it.
You guys are a
got
perfect
through it
team.
there.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank
No
you for
problem.
having
Yeah,
me,
we
man.
still got
And I
it.
would love to come back up again.
Of course.
All right.
I definitely
Yeah.
need a
We
T-shirt
down.
too.
All right, bet.
'Cause I want
I
the-
have I'm gonna show y'all the design. I'm gonna show them when we go offline.
Okay.
Have something coming up soon.
Okay.
So, see if y'all like it. If so, shirts only 25. I mean, I try not to great quality shirts.
All right.
The plan is to stop working for people.
Of
Right,
course. That's
absolutely.
my plan.
That's the
we
plan.
got a
We
free
running a
days
free days
campaign.
for sure.
Because every time I'm like, all right, yo, we got to wrap it up. I go to work tomorrow. Everybody be looking at me like, you
Right.
always the one.
Yeah, but I hate that though, man.
Yeah.
Because it's, but that's a whole nother topic, man.
Yeah, we working
Right.
on it though. Free days.
Yes.
Yes,
So that's my
That's
goal
probably
too.
gonna
I'm
be
going to
our
get there
first
one day.
merchandise. That's gonna be our
listen,
T-shirt.
I'm trying
Free
to tell
day,
you.
just free day,
Yo,
because that
listen.
goes for everybody.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother conversation, but that shouldn't be the way it is either.
Right.
People
It's
working
true.
constantly. You work for somebody and they say, yo, you got 2 weeks out the month for a vacation.
But it's
I mean, not the month, the
so
year. It's 52 weeks in
repetitive.
this year. I got to give you 50 of my weeks.
Yo,
And you,
if
I get 2 to
you
myself.
work 40 hours a week or more for 40 years of your life or more for 40% of your pension.
Yes.
And you look up and you like, yo, who makes McDonald's pop? Is it the person
Right.
flipping the burgers with the concept, or is it the person that owned the franchise? I don't know who I work for.
Right.
I don't know them personally.
Right.
I don't know who literally signs my checks.
Yeah.
I heard of the company name, but who's the person that it comes from?
Right.
Man, please.
It's just it's crazy. Like, it's so repetitive. I feel like every time I open my eyes, I'm just at work. Like, and you just be like, yo, like, you can't do nothing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
now I leave here, it's going to be time to go to bed.
Right.
Basically, get up and do it all over again.
the weekend-
That's the
the
plan.
weekend
That's the
comes and
goal,
goes
So,
man.
yeah, that's the
That's
goal.
the goal. The goal is to work for yourself or
Yeah.
Absolutely.
build a corporation where your name live as long as Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Like I'm sitting back wondering, like, damn, I don't never met Abraham Lincoln in my life. It's
But
2018,
everybody know who he is.
and everybody know who he is.
And if they don't
that's
know
the
who he
legacy
is,
I want to keep going.
He's
Right.
in his pocket. He's in your pocket if you don't know who he
All
is.
the
Right,
time.
and that's the type of legacy that I want.
Yep.
I want that legacy. Keep my tradition going 1,000 years from now,
Yep.
100 years from now.
That's funny. And not to start a whole new conversation. I know we coming to a close.
What time?
Coming on 1 hour and 23 minutes. But I was watching a Steve Harvey thing, and he goes on a rant after every show and like try to uplift people and things like that. And he was talking about that, and he said he started with like a lady asked her grandchild, like, do you know the name of your great-great-grandfather?
Facts.
And he was like, no. And she was like, well, you would if he had left you something.
Right.
Or if he'd done something in his life. You would
Right.
know.
Right.
You would know exactly who that person is. And that's what
So
Steve
can see
Harvey
what
was
impact
saying.
you
Like,
right now,
yeah,
today.
Yeah.
that's what he was saying.
4
Like, that's what I'm
generations
living
later.
for.
Right. 4 generations later.
Yeah, just like what you were saying. Like that's
And that's
what
what
he was saying. This is what I work for. Like I work for my kids now, but I work to make sure that their kids and their kids know who I am.
I heard, like I was one, hers potato chips.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
like, yo, man, hers been popping.
Forever. Hershey.
Hershey's,
everything.
Purdue, you eating
Yeah.
chicken. Nah.
All of
Generation
it.
after generation.
Generation after generations,
going.
man. Still going. Still going, man.
Yep.
Still
Hey.
feeding us the steroided chicken.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever they doing is still working.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless.
And the crazy thing is all it takes is a little, like just a little something, because we know, who Garrett Morgan is. That's a black man. He made the traffic light.
Right.
Like it wasn't like Purdue, like a company that keeps going on generation to generation, but it was something so small but so impactful that we're still using the traffic light to this
Yeah.
day.
Well, you know what? But see,
And
this
I'm
is,
sure his grandkids know, like,
But
I'm
see,
going
this
to
is the thing,
Garrett
though.
Morgan's
But this is the
descendant.
thing that makes it bad, because yes, black people have created a lot of things that we use, but then the patent part of it.
Right. Nobody gets credit
this is-
for it. Yeah,
So,
well,
so
we
let's
don't.
build this. Let's come up with this company called Patent Your Idea, because now everything that was made before then we can steal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now up to date. Oh yeah, patent your idea now, or whatever it is, trademark it, whatever it is that you got going on. Because what's going to happen is, oh yeah, this person made it, this person created, but now we got people creating a newer
Version.
version,
Right.
and that it doesn't carry on for generations
Kind of
now.
erase the history behind it.
It's no family history behind it.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's what we want to do, man. We want to bring upon family history.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And keep it
I
in the
agree.
family.
Yeah, I was about to say
Definitely.
the biggest,
That's a must.
that's the biggest part is keeping it in the situation that
We
you
don't
want it to
Right.
be
know
in.
where we from.
We don't
like,
know.
And I learned that.
Yeah, well, I'm claiming Africa.
Yeah, we don't. But
I'm
we,
going to just claim it.
Just
Like,
well,
we-
yeah, you got
why
to.
not?
Yeah, I'm going to claim Africa because if you're white or Caucasian, you're going to claim
European,
Europe.
yeah.
Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're Chinese, Japanese, you're going to claim Asia. If I'm claiming Africa.
Yeah, I claim them both. I claim America and Africa
Yeah,
because
that's for me.
there were
Like,
dark people here too before
Yeah,
they found
and
it.
that's a fact,
So I
though.
claim
So
both.
you know what? And I'm claiming that
Native
too.
Americans.
Yeah.
You know what? Right. And they look just as. They got noses like us.
Yeah.
They got ears like us.
Yeah, you
they
see them
got
pictures
all-
of people like Pharrell and
Yeah,
Jay-Z
Pharrell.
and all of
Yeah.
these people that there are pictures of these American Indians that look just like the people now.
Resemble them,
Yeah.
right?
You know what I mean? Just like if you had a picture of your great-great-grandfather and everybody in the family telling you look just like this nigga.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like, it is the
grandmas-
same thing.
2 grandmas ago, my great great grandma, she got long dark hair.
And that's the thing that so many black people don't pay attention to, because almost everybody I know has Indian grandparents.
Yeah.
So where is the disconnect that
gray hair.
we just became African Americans?
Right.
Well, you know, I just look at it like, man, if you look into science say the first Homo sapien, meaning
in
upright, was in
Yeah.
African descent.
Right.
Absolutely.
Middle East. Remember the world. I mean, the lands were connected.
Right.
So it was in the Africa Middle East part, right?
The one closest to the equator.
Yeah,
So that's why we brown. We got the
exactly.
melanin.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
then if you look in whether it, no matter which scripture it is, the Bible, the Quran, whatever, it says the Garden of Eden was in somewhere in Africa, Middle East.
Exactly.
So that's where it's at.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I
That's
mean?
where it
I don't
originated
know,
from.
man, that's where
Right,
it's at.
that's where
Yeah.
it starts.
That's where it all
period.
started,
Yeah.
man.
They just try to mask it with a white character.
Yeah.
See, one thing about Caucasians, right, and I'm not, and this is not the thing to like talk down on white people or anything like that, but this is the thing, man, they're very strategic at what they do.
Yes.
They have to.
Everything has a
Everything
purpose.
has to have a strategic
meaning.
move and
Yep.
a meaning. And see, when they say, well, why do you dress like that? We come from gold. We come from royalty. We come from, we sitting
come
on
from
the
the
throne.
sun. It's
We
the
come from
thing
the
that
sun.
shines
We
the
show
brightest.
our wealth.
period.
We're showing our wealth. Our queens were beautiful.
Right.
Our men were strong and toned. And our skin was everything. So at
Right.
the end of the day, yeah, I dress like this, but I'm still educated. I
Yeah.
don't have to wear a suit. I don't have to cut my hair off to be looking like everybody else. And that's no offense to anybody. But I am who I am, and I can still speak to whomever.
But they try to transfer us into that. When we get these jobs
Right.
working under them in these
Right.
corporations, you got to dress up like
Right.
a suit, tie,
Right.
hair down,
I
no
don't wanna
facial
do
hair,
that.
all
I don't
that.
want
Try to
to
transfer
do that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to walk in a business meeting looking like this, and you respect me for who I am
Because
with my
I
thought
still
and
got
my
that
intellect.
knowledge. Right.
You know what I mean? And I come from Africa, man, and I'm going to wear jewelry sometimes.
Right.
Ivory, where you think that came from? Diamonds, where do you think that came
It's
from?
embedded in us. That
Motherland.
style
It's
and that way.
embedded in us,
it's just
man.
embedded in us.
What, man?
They don't
So,
know. They
yeah,
don't understand.
Embrace that urban look,
Right.
but show them that you are intelligent.
And
it's
that you
only
have a
urban
purpose.
because that's a substitute for black.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So yeah,
And I wouldn't even consider it black. I would consider it all Moors.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, black is just a color. That's a conversation I just had, a long conversation.
just a color.
It is. It's a
Nothing.
generalization. It's how to put us all
Oh,
in one
yeah.
box.
They
you
had
know?
to some type of way. They didn't know what to do.
Well, and not only that,
And
but
the plainest way to put us is black. They're just black. That's nothing.
I told my children when I teach, I come in dressing like this, and they be like, "Well, you don't look like the principal." And I say to myself, "Well, I don't have to look like anybody to be an educator.
Right.
Long as I can educate you, as long as I can teach you and you can understand."
And I got my
And what
point
I'm
across.
teaching you
And
is just that.
when I'm
Yeah,
teaching you,
my
it's just
clothes
that.
have nothing to do with what I'm about to teach you.
Right.
Right. And
right.
it shows them to look past
Right.
just what you see on the exterior.
Be
because
comfortable.
the fact of the matter is a serial killer can come to you in a
Oh,
suit.
serial? No.
And Jesus could have walked up in an Adidas
No.
sweatsuit.
You know what's so
Right.
funny? Because serial killers, some of them, and serial rapists, some of them wear not sweatsuits. They wear khaki pants, shirt.
Some. The majority. That was the image for the longest.
Ted Bundy was up there wearing. He was very smart, wearing a handsome, smart guy that as they portrayed him to be, wearing khaki pants and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
looking
was
for
the
a
image for
particular
the
female.
longest. That was
Yeah,
the
that's
image for the
crazy.
longest.
And you know, what type of person wears khakis all the time?
You're never comfortable. That means you're in a world. You're in a world that you're not comfortable in. That's the way I see
and I'm
it.
coming
If you
in
can't
outfits.
relax, like you can't dress relaxed, then you in a world that you're not comfortable in. There's
Yeah.
something going on.
Y'all remember that? Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah.
Remember how they got the Pixies and they got the Fairly Odd Parents? How they come from a square,
Oh yeah,
black and white world with nothing but ties.
Right.
And vice versa. It's a utopia full of color.
And they the negative ones, the
They
ones
the
that's over
negative
there,
ones.
right?
And that's what they try to do. They try to put us into that 9 to 5, and we can
Right.
be a lab rat
Yep.
to our society, and then that's
Yep.
how we live, we breathe, we do the
Yep.
same thing.
That was something they touched on The Matrix too. It was the same way.
It's a
Because
lot of
there was a
Matrix.
scene where they were looking where Morpheus is, when they first saw Morpheus' glass, he was like, "Nah, those are mine."
Right.
I mean, they just they at that little they get to at least pick what they wear.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas the other guys cookie cutter suits.
What is this on? Is this like pre-recorded or is just like on something?
No, yeah.
CreekNation.me is one of the websites
That's
that's
what
being
that's what
aired
we're
on.
on right now.
For the
well,
camera,
YouTube,
we're just
that's going to be on our
this for
camera,
YouTube.
on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
being
Recorded
is
for
on,
the radio station.
for the
For
podcast.
the
yeah.
podcast.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
See back to him showing love. He didn't even know what he was really walking
Right.
into. He trusted
And
us,
he trusted
and he
us.
he
You know what I'm
came.
saying?
Like,
That's what's up. I'm loving it,
yeah.
man.
Cause at first he was walked up like, where do you got me at? Like, where you
Yeah,
got me
'cause
going?
it's a warehouse.
Like,
It's a
I'm
big
like,
warehouse.
hold up. What's going on?
That's
but-
why I was like, I have to be there. That's why I was like, I'm gonna be there a little before 8, so I can meet you, I can show you, I can talk to you and let you explain
The Uber driver
everything.
actually took us to the right spot.
Right.
Y'all didn't think
Yeah.
he
It's
was
great
at
because
the-
remember I told you was it at the place where the ABM 101?
I didn't
Is
know.
this the same
Yeah,
spot?
right. I was confused.
I done
like,
shot a couple music videos in
Yeah,
this
it's a
place.
lot of it's a lot of spots in this building.
Oh, it's the bathroom actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh, we
Yeah,
about to
but
wrap
we gonna
up.
wrap
about
up
to
so
wrap
we
up.
can,
Yeah.
you know, so we can go in there.
Yeah, because we
I've been
going.
holding this joint the whole time.
But then we had a really, really, really great talk with you, and we really appreciate both of you
Yeah,
guys
both of
coming.
y'all.
And you were a pleasant
Yes.
surprise to me because I didn't even know. I thought it would be him. I didn't even know you were going to be a part of the
Me
interview.
either. I didn't know you were coming either, but
Yeah, I
why
wanted-
not share the
yeah, I
talent?
wanted
Now we
him
know
to
you
come.
rap, sing, do videos.
Yeah.
I need
Right.
a logo. Why not?
The best
Like,
kept
we
secret.
about to link.
Right.
We about to link.
Yeah.
I got a
Best
lot
kept
of stuff
secret.
going on.
I
yeah,
appreciate
and
y'all
we,
bringing me apart.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
definitely
was
do.
great, and we would never.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a voice, man. Speak up.
That's
Like,
a fact.
ain't nobody trying to silence nobody here.
Better
This is why
not.
we had the show. Like, this is why we
What's
tried to
your
create
op,
this thing.
man?
Yeah.
For
I'm trying to
real.
come over here
What's
for
your
the second
op?
time.
Yeah, hey, we willing.
But
Whatever
now
you
that-
got, we willing to have you. Like,
Now that he
if you
said
wanna
he
just talk
said
about
about the
something.
op, like people in the hood think like the ops and you the op.
right,
Like
right,
I'm gonna
right.
try to just now that I'm thinking about it, flip it around like in a positive way because that
Right.
is a part of what's your op.
Nah,
and it's
right.
like not in that kind of
Nah,
way.
but like they know. They
Yeah.
know. The more get out there, they
Yeah,
will
strike
know.
a nerve, and they'll be like, I want to know more about what's your op.
Yeah,
Right.
they
Are we really
know.
gonna be coming
Yeah.
to talk about my op that live around the corner, or are we gonna talk about maybe an opinion, maybe?
Right.
Yeah, they'll figure it
But
out.
that's
Yeah.
definitely what I'm aiming for. So definitely
That's
keep
dope.
pushing.
I loved it. I loved it.
It's
I
a great
loved
interview.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so
Shout out.
proud of
Brandon.
you.
We've shout outed. We've said social media, but go ahead and
Yeah.
tell us. Yeah,
All
throw
right,
that out there
so
one more time.
for Facebook and YouTube, follow me on Brandon Chastain, BRANDON, Chastain, CHASTANG. Follow me on Instagram, B.MCFLY_, and follow me on Twitter, BMCFLY_. Yep.
All right, my name is Ali P. Sway. You can follow me on Instagram for my music, ALIPEACEWAY. I have a melodic canvas that just dropped. That's my EP. It's 7 songs.
Hey.
My second name I go by for my film and my photography is 77 Gold Eyes. So 77 gold and, beautiful eyes. You know what I'm saying? So let's stay tuned. That's my YouTube page as well. And I'm here.
Yeah.
Here to make an
Let's
impact.
get it.
Shouts
Get it
out.
poppin'.
We're going to post the links in
Yes.
the bio down below.
And
Yeah.
major shout out to Wish Your Op.
Yeah.
What's
Thank
your
you.
op?
Thank you.
Get
What's
us out
your
there.
op?
Let's get
What's
us out
your
there.
opinion?
Oh, yeah.
Word?
Opinion.
Get next to these ladies and talk to them nice, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, no question.